Welcome to Mustang Football, and thank you for joining us right here on Legends 98.9. We're here in Wheeler tonight at Nicholson as the Mustangs get set to set to play their third game of the season, 2025 here as they look to go 3-0. I'm Camden Dorsey alongside Kyle Donald tonight for Wheeler High School Sports Radio on Legends 98.9. Dr. King has a night off. This is the Mustang pregame show brought to you by Shamrock Legacy Insurance, as they are an independent insurance agency and can find you the best coverage at the best price, located at Madden, just south of the post office in Shamrock. Tonight's game, Kyle, as we mentioned, highly anticipated season as the Mustangs are picked second in their district for the first time in several years by Kettle Steed's Press Pass Sports. The Mustangs bringing back numerous lettermen this season and had outscored their opponents thus far, starting their season 2-0 by outscoring their opponents 82-6. Senior quarterback Creed Newkirk is the Mustangs' leading rusher and averaging 16 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns for Creed. Junior wide receiver Bryce Hill leads the team in receptions, averaging 23 yards per catch. And senior Garrett Ashurst and sophomore Israel Andrade continue to be very dangerous in the special teams, both being very explosive players and setting the Mustangs up offensively in great field position. If you listeners haven't caught the podcast yet, find us on Facebook at Wheeler High School Sports Radio, powered by Legends 98.9, or on YouTube, the 50-yard line, episodes 1 through 3 up now. The captain's taking the field now, Kyle, here. For tonight's matchup, Mustangs taking on Hale Center as they come to Nicholson out of Region 1, District 2, Division 2, joining Lockney, Morton, Rawls, Sudan, and Crosbyton. The Mustangs coming in from District 5 to a Division 2 out of Region 2 this season, joining the same opponents as most seasons: Wellington, Clarendon, Shamrock, Quanah, and Memphis. The Owls are coached by Mark Fuente. The Mustangs are coached by Matt Hoover in his 4th season with the Mustangs. Mustang coaching staff carries over 3 coaches from a season ago: offense coordinator Mitchell Lowrance and assistants Todd Beer, Bryce Richardson, and Ryan Arnold. Tonight's got weather, Kyle. Let you hit that one.
It's going to be a nice 87 degrees. The kickoff will be starting with just a little bit of wind, not much. Looks like it's coming out of the southeast. Should be really good for Newtown.
Perfect. The flags, half-mast events of this week. Remember all those. September 11th, of always, of course, and all those events. So hopefully we can have a good outcome here in football and keep everybody safe and enjoy this beautiful sport. Our keys to the game brought to you by the Wheeler Vet Clinics. At 1309 West Oklahoma in Wheeler offers professional care for your livestock and pet needs. For appointments, call Doctors Bennett and Leanne Hillhouse at 806-826-5821. Mustangs will kick. The captains took the field, and Mustangs won and deferred. With those keys to the game brought to you by Wheeler Vet Clinic, the Mustangs have to continue their uphill climb to weekly improvement, Kyle. As a season ago, the Mustangs had a letdown in Week 3 with mental mistakes costing this matchup going in favor of the Owls a season ago. The Mustangs have to continue their discipline and aggression with a much older team this year. Secondly, the offense coordinator Mitchell Lowrance has settled into his groove, adding wrinkles each in week to week to his very productive offense. Like we mentioned earlier, outscoring their opponents 82-6 thus far. The Mustangs have to capitalize on their field position and set up their talented special teams. Lastly here, Kyle, Coach Hoover has managed to have his guys coached up in the right positions, hold opponents just to those 6 points. The Mustangs will meet a challenge with a lot of window dressings tonight with Hale Center. And the Mustangs have to stay disciplined and play physical football tonight against a talented Owl team. With those keys to the game, Hale Center coming in with an enrollment of 173 students. Mustangs coming in with an enrollment of 106. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ware Chevrolet, Market Square Supermarkets, Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Highlands Pharmacy, Wheeler Vet Clinic, Capital Farm Credit, Marshall Auto, Lee's Refrigeration, The Studio Coffee Shop, Heffley Hardware, Feed and Appliance, Wellington State Bank's Wheeler Branch, the Wheeler Times, H&H Tire, and Cross Country Barn. Much appreciation to all of those sponsors who bring the video cast and the radio casts to you each and every week. Much appreciated to let us do what we love to do here and watch your Mustangs and bring it home to you each and every Friday. You've been listening to the Mustang pregame show brought to you by Shamrock Legacy Insurance. I'm Camden Doris alongside Kyle Johnell for Wheeler High School Sports Radio on Legends 98.9. Back to Nicholson Field for the opening kick right after this. Welcome back to Nicholson Field as the opening kick is set to take off by your Wheeler Mustangs. Mums, garters, bonfires, parades, school-themed dress-up days, king and queen. It's homecoming here in 2025. Your Mustangs in classic jet black uniforms. The Owls in all white and blue helmets. Region 1 versus Region 2. Here's the kick. Israel Andrade, points left, points right. High end over end kick. It's going to be fielded.
And stumbled around.
Martin Kano is going to try to scramble around. He's going to get to the 9 before he's swallowed up. David San Diego in on the tackle for the Mustangs. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Owls. Deep in their own territory. Special teams, again, setting up the Mustangs. Great field position defensively as the Owls move left to right, north to south as we watch them here in the press box. And the Mustang defensive line, looking at Jackson Graves, Bryce Heffley, Kyler Moss.
Next little guys ready to get on the rotation.
As we get set to play here, 1st and 10, Owls at their own 11. Man in motion, left to right. They're going to get called for procedure. And the quarterback, Martin Kano, is going to send in Ryan Mesquite in motion and get called for procedure, and that'll back up the Owls' first play of this series. As they set up to go 1st and 15 now from their own 5. Tonight's officials, referee Jason Huddleston, umpire John Moffitt, head linesman Kyle Gibson, line judge David Sperry, and back judge Brian Moore. And Abraham Segala going to swallow up almost in the area of a safety, and they're going to say that they're going to give him forward progress. That's going to back up the run, just swallowed up immediately at the line of scrimmage by Abraham Segala. 2 backwards plays for the Owls here in the opening series. As they're set up here now, 2nd and about 17 from their own 9-yard line as they come out and 3 receivers wide right, gun right. going to get called for procedure again as the receivers on the right side are going to jump off sides.
Starting with a lot of middle mistakes tonight.
Hey, we're getting fixed over here.
And Mustang's happy about that as they'll go ahead and take that penalty and push the Owls back even further. As they're going to go back to their own 3, facing 2nd and 19 from the Owl 3. Ball's placed at the left hash here in the first quarter. Owls break the huddle. 2 receivers wide left, gun right. Mesquite takes a snap, wants to throw. Looks left, got man in his face, throws across, tips, almost intercepted by Jackson Allen. Great break on the play. Breaks that pass up. That's going to bring up 3rd down. As Jackson Allen had 6 on his mind there, Kyle, as he saw nothing but pay dirt.
He did, and he wasn't the only one. We had Ashurst also looking to come in on that. There was lots of Mustangs flying to the ball right there, trying to get an opportunity to get in the end zone.
Owls break the huddle in Novak. 3 receivers wide right, Twins left. Mesquite takes a snap, wants to throw, throws it across. Going to be caught, but it's going to be short of the 1st down as Israel Andrade makes the tackle.
It's 2 yards short. 2 yards.
Going to be about 2 yards short, and the Owls will send in the punting. Back to return for the Mustangs. Going to be Israel Andrade and Garrett Ashurst have been proven to be dangerous in the special teams. See what coaching points they made this week from Hale Center as they know these 2 guys are deadly in the return game. Back to punt this one away. Edwin Alvarez punts this one low, end over end kick. It's going to be taking an out bounce, crossing the 50. It's going to be called dead down at the Mustang 45-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will take over their 1st and 10 after a great defensive series and mental mistakes from the Owls. 10-17 here to play in the first quarter. Mustang football this season brought to you by Ware Chevrolet in Wheeler. Check out Ware's inventory and prices at warechevy.com. Also, Market Square Supermarkets invite you to check out the new Market Square app. There's weekly specials, big savings, and even free merchandise when using your Market Square app. Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand it off to Israel Andrade. Up the middle, is going to hit a seam and get tackled there just past the line of scrimmage as they've taken over here at their own 45-yard line. Going to gain about 1. Going to bring up 2nd and 9 at the left hash for the Mustangs. Two receivers up top, Bryce Hill. Also Garrett Ashurst, Abraham Segala, solo receiver to the near side. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to bobble that one. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be scooped up. And this is how the Mustangs started last year. Turning the ball over and the exchange between Newkirk and Andrade was not there from the beginning.
Looked like Creed had a little bit of problems catching that ball and just kind of messed up a little bit further going into that transfer going to the running back.
And that's where the Owls will recover as they take over here 1st and 10 in Mustang territory. After the Mustangs make a mishap there in the quarterback running back exchange and they commit a turnover. It's going to go Twins to the left. Tight end bunch right. Man in motion left to right. Mesquite takes a snap, going to hand off the right side up the middle. Be tackled right at the line of scrimmage by Hostin Mustangs. Going to give him about 1. Making initial contact to be Juan Carlos Del Rio and Jackson Graves for the Mustang defense. Going to bring officially 2 yards gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 as the Owls are moving left to right, north to south as we watch them here in the box. Owls come out in Twins to the right, tight end wing left.
Full start again.
And Hale Center's going to get called for procedures. They have, like we mentioned in the pregame show, Kyle, a lot of window dressings from the Owls as they have a lot of motions and shifts and things like this. Try to get the defense kind of confused. And so far, after that long bus ride, the Owls are having a little bit of a tough time getting settled in themselves as they back up here, 2nd down, all the way to the Mustang Should be at the Mustang 40 if they'll take the ball with them.
Looks like we're having a little bit of a meeting with the black and white right now, trying to figure out what's going on here.
Brian Moore is visiting with Jason Huddleston. See, there's a flag on the play besides the procedure. We'll see if they're going to stick with it. They're going to call offsides against the Mustangs here. Maybe the Mustangs jumped into the neutral zone, and Coach Hoover wants an explanation.
I didn't see very much motion coming off the Wheeler side right there.
Looked like the left tackle and left guard moved to me, but when the linebackers start barking out shift, they may get some guys to move, and that's going to go, again, after the confusion in favor of the Owls. They come out tight twins to the right, gun left. Skeet stands a man in motion. Wants to throw left, looks across middle, Scott. A man is going to go over the safety, and the Owls will strike first here at Nicholson on homecoming, as Garrett Ashurst went for the big hit and went right over the top of his head, and the Owls are going to score. Kano is going to catch that for the Owls, and that goes in for 6 as the Owls come out in the swinging gate. And the Owls capitalize on the Mustangs turnover. Under center for the Owls. He's going to go direct snap, quick all the way over, see if he fell forward. And he does. On the quick snap, Martin Kano is going to go in for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, after the Mustang turnover, the Owls strike here and lead. It's 8:49 left to play in the first quarter by a score of 8-0. We'll be back with the Owl kick right after this.
Receiver ended up getting lost in the sauce.
Welcome back to Nicholson Field as the Highland Park, the Hale Center Owls, go on a 5-play, 37-yard drive. 2-point conversion is good as a touchdown to Kano is good. 2-point conversion is converted by Martin Kano as well. 8:49 left to play here in the first quarter. Hale Center Owls 8, your Wheeler Mustangs 0. Kick this one away for the Owls. Edwin Alvarez, high end over and kick to the left, going to be fielded by Bryce Hill. He's going to spin out of a tackle, shoestring saving tackle there at the 30. Making the tackle for the Owls going to be Josiah Vara, the junior. That's where the Mustangs will take over their 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Ball's going to be placed at the left hash. Mustang football brought to you by Capital Farm Credit as a cooperative owned by the same farmers, ranchers, agribusiness, and rural homeowners. They serve in Wheeler, Gray, Roberts, and Collingsworth counties. Mustangs come out and twins to the right, open left. Jackson Graves in the H-back behind the left tackle as Newkirk tries to get his offense back on track. Newkirk takes a snap, facing the stunt, going to go to Andrade. Andrade met right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for Andrade. As they're going to say he gained just a little bit as the Hale Center defensive line was ready for that one there right at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get the play call here out of the press box. Coach Lowrance making that call down to Coach Richardson, signaling down the play. Come out 2 receivers wide left. Jackson Graves tied in right. Newkirk's got it. Drops back in the pocket. Wants to throw. Scrambles. Got pressure. Throws it, dumps it over the top to Andrade. It's caught. It's going to go across the 50. Good patience there by Newkirk as he found Andrade. Andrade broke his route. It's going to go up across the 50, and that's going to move the change for the Mustangs. As they ran a little twist stunt there, foul from the backside, and that linebacker squeaked through, and Newkirk avoided it, scrambled out of the pocket.
Yeah, really good job keeping his eyes downfield and looking for somebody to find some open space and go and get first down.
Twins left, gun left. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to hand it off to Joaquin Tintori's going to fall forward for about 4. And the Mustangs move down to the Owl 45-yard line. Ball's placed in the middle of the field.
Hale Center's doing a good job of kind of getting things plugged up in the middle, and Wheeler's fighting to get a good push. Going straight up the gut.
2 receivers on the far side. Going to hand it off again to Tintori. He's going to fall forward for about 1 yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. Bryce Hill is going to be to the near side. Abraham Segala and Garrett Ashurst to the far side in the receiver set. 7:05 here left to play in the first quarter. Mustangs do trail 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls here on homecoming as they break the huddle, and Bryce Hill is going to swap sides to the far side with Abraham. Ashurst to the left. Newkirk going to take it, scrambling out of the pocket, in and out, fast feet. Rolling throw is going to get across to Jackson. Jackson catches it, falls forward as he caught a shoestring pass. That'll move the chains as Newkirk being extremely elusive, not letting one-man tackle him, and finds Graves there for the first down. That'll move the chains.
Really good job, Graves, to hold that one in and turn around and get looking downfield. It's been emergency field.
Twins to the left, tied in right with Graves. Segala on the far side. Newkirk going to hand it off to Tintori. Tintori going to be called down. It's going to be for no gain as the Mustangs try to go up the middle, and the big bodies from the Owls just clogging that one up as Raymond Cisneros makes the tackle for the Owls at the nose yard.
Yes, sir.
.6:10 left to play here in the first. Mustangs trailing 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls, facing a 4-man front. Tight trips bunch to the left. Going to hand it off to Tintori. Tintori looking to scramble, and nowhere to go as he tried to scramble out. Nowhere to go, no gain. Is going to bring up 3rd and 10 as DJ Hinojosa makes the tackle. The senior for the Owls. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs here at the Owl 36-yard line. Ball just inside the left hash.
Yeah, that play got started out good for Hale Center. Josiah Vara right there got a really good initial push and redirected the running back on it.
David Samniego checks into the game at tailback, and the Owls will take a timeout with 5:25 left to play in the first. The Owls take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field. Welcome back to Nicholson Field as the Hale Center Owls take their time out. Mustang's going to come out in twins to the left as Bryce Hill and Garrett to the near side. Tied in right Jackson to the far side. Newkirk takes a snap, draws back in the pocket. He's got time. Looks left. Throw's going to be batted down. Nowhere to go for Newkirk because that one's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Aiden Shaver there's going to make the play for
Take the stick action out here.
the Owls. Going to bring up 4th and 10. Looked like the Mustangs had something there and just had the outside linebacker in his face.
Yeah, just play took a little bit too long to get developed. It's got to work on getting the ball out just a little bit quicker.
Trey formation to the left. Going to hand off to David San Diego up the middle. Nowhere to go. Flag comes flying in at the point of attack at the tackle. They call holding against the Mustangs. That flag comes raining in from head referee Jason Huddleston as he makes that call. And Hale Center's going to decline that one. Take over here 1st and 10.
He's got to step up.
5:17 left to play here in the first quarter. Hale Center Owls 8. Here Wheeler Mustangs 0. They had something positive moving offensively and took a little bit to get some plays to open up in the turnover early, set up the Owls 8 points. Side to right pistol here. Man in motion right to left. Ball on the ground as Carter Gonzalez in at the quarterback. He's going to fall back on top of that as he took his eyes off the snap. So he tried to get it to look like they're going to run just old school blast play there, Kyle, off the right tackle. And took his eyes off that. It was almost near disastrous there for the Owls as they're going to lose a couple on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 13 at their own 28-yard line. Same formation here. Gonzalez takes a snap, wants a boot left. Boots pumps. It's going to be high, in over tipped, and almost intercepted right at the fingertips at the shoelaces of Andrade. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, really close right there.
Falls incomplete as Angel Tintori checks in for Bryce Hill and at the nose, or Bryce Heffley, in at the nose guard. 3rd and 13 as the clock stops with 4:38 left to play here in the first. Mustangs trailing 8-0 here on homecoming. As the Owls come out in quads to the left, they're going to switch that, go empty. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Man in motion, left to right. Gonzalez takes a snap, drops the pocket, throws, fast screen out to the left. Mustangs break it down to Abraham Segala. And Jackson Graves going to be the punisher right there and say, not on my time, as the Undertaker takes.
Small gain on that play.
That'll set up a punt. It's a great job of Segala staying outside, forcing that play back inside to the defense. And Jackson Graves there to make him pay for it.
Yeah, Graves did a really good job of seeing he wasn't going to get home to the quarterback and watch the ball where it went, and really good job of pursuing the receiver on the play.
Edwin Alvarez punt this one away for the Owls. Snap back. He's going to punt this one a low punt. And it's going to be tapped. See where they're going to spot it. Looked like, yeah, where they touched it.
Good spot at 4 where they touched it.
Yeah, back judge saw that. Brian Moore caught him there on that quick tap play. As heads up there by Ryan Mesquite. I'll give him that, but he was caught. That'll be where the Mustangs take over there, 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. 3:43 left to play in the first. Mustangs looking to get on the board here as they trail 8-0. Come out and twins to the right, open left. Graves and Abraham here to the near side. Newkirk takes the snap, going to hand it off to Andrade, keeps it, and he's going to be hitting the backfield. Juan Carlos unable to get that block as Newkirk's hitting the backfield. He's going to lose 5 on the play. Ryan Mesquite Therefore, the Owl defense
Great
dropped
job.
Newkirk in the backfield for 5.
Ryan Mesquite was coming in, blitzing off that edge that time. Running that 3-4 defense. He's coming off that edge hot and didn't get picked up, and had a good play for Hale Center.
Trade formation to the right. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to hand it off on Andrade. Andrade's hitting the backfield again. Nowhere to go. Ball's out. And the Mustangs fumble again. Looked like they had him up for maybe forward progress, and the ball's going to be punched out again. And this looks like a replay at this point, Kyle, unfortunately, of what happened down at Hale Center, is putting the ball in the turf.
Yeah, looks like the guys just need to take a deep breath and center back up. Start getting their heads back on just a little bit. Start right now by having a good defensive stand.
Outbreak the huddle and twins to the right. Pistol. Aiden Shaver to the back of quarterback Carter Gonzalez. Gonzalez sends the man in motion right to left. Slips on the play. Scrambles, sets his feet. He's got Jackson Graves. Throws it back inside on the screen. And hit hard by Chris Gallardo. As Gonzalez set that back screen. There's a flag on the play on the far side. We'll see what they're going to call. Sideline warning against the Owls. I don't even know if it's a warning. I may even go ahead and mark that one off. No, they're going to go ahead and just give them a warning.
That was a really funky play, Camden.
Yeah.
Mesquite ended up coming in motion, and as he was planning to get back into the flats, feet came out from under him. A little bit of a banana peel situation, but was able to catch a block to keep Graves off of the quarterback and then get the dumped off pass to him.
Right. It was a little wild and woolly there as they made something happen. It looked like it might have been designed, but risky there as Gonzalez sends a man in motion right to left. Mustang showing pressure. Gonzalez play action, and they're going to call this one dead, as Jackson Graves had a dead eye sack ready to happen, and they're going to call it dead.
I'm wondering what's going on here, because a lot of the receivers are jumping the snap. Like they're going off of they're going more off of the cadence of the quarterback than the actual center snapping the ball. And it seems like they're a little bit jumpy early, but they're not calling it as much as they were at the beginning of the game.
Right. Called a legal shift, and that's going to move them back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Mustang 34-yard line. Pistol back, Gonzalez takes a snap, flag again. Yeah, call dead ball procedure against the Owl.
False start.
That'll back him up 5, going to bring up 2nd 15. For the Mustang 39-yard line now. Ball's placed just inside the right hash. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 1:58 to be exact. Mustangs trail 8-0. Trying to hold the Owls out here offensively as they committed another turnover early. Gonzalez takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got plenty of time. Jackson Graves in the line of fire. He's going to throw a skip pass. Intended receiver on the play is going to be Ethan Hinojosa, and that's going to fall incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. That stops the clock with 1:45. Everybody watching at home, trying to a lot of moving parts back here. Kyle helping me out, but I'm a one-man band on the clock and the camera and the radio call and everything like that. So forgive me on the clock. I'll just try to say it out loud. Twins to the left, gun left, Gonzalez. Looked like another procedure there, Kyle. Yeah. Gonzalez going to scramble out of throw. He looks at throw. It's going to come back to receiver. Going to be caught. Missed tackle. Ball flies out. Going to go out of bounds. See who the intended receiver was. And Lots going on there as Ryan Mesquite catches that on the comeback pass.
Yeah, just been a couple of really odd plays here so far. A non-contact induced fumble right there.
Right.
Just there's just a lot going on both sides of the game right now.
$1:10 and counting on the play clock. 17 seconds. Excuse me. 1:02 on the game clock. 12 seconds on the play clock. As the Owls come out and twins to the right pistol. And they're going to call another timeout here as they don't like what they see at all, as Coach Martin Puente doesn't like it. So he is going to go ahead and call a timeout there as they're facing a 4th down here under a minute to play in the first quarter. With that, Owls take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is Mustang football on Nicholson Field. Welcome back to Nicholson Field as the Owls take their second time out of the half. Mustangs still have 3, the Owls with 1. With 53 seconds left to play on the game clock. Mustangs trying to hold here. The Owls, they're facing a 4th and 5 from the Mustang 30. Ball's placed at the right hash. Owls definitely in 4-down territory. They have the momentum right thus far. They're going to look to go for it. Twins to the right pistol. Man in motion. Right. No flag on the play. It's going to be against the Owls. Throws across the middle. Path broken up. Looks like the Mustangs are going to decline this one as there was a hold. That'll be declined as Carter Gonzalez boots to his left, looks to throw, and Bryce Heffley is held big-time tackled there, Kyle, by the Owl offensive line as he got there to the backfield.
Well, I didn't know if they were going to call him on that or a high-low.
Yeah.
From the way our defensive tackle ended up well down. But good job of Israel Andrade on that one to make sure the pass was knocked down.
There was no question, yeah.
Either way it went anything.
Mustangs looking to score here. 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter, trailing 8-0. Trying to get something going offensively. They come out and bunch. Twins left and right, gun left. Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand it off to Chris Gallardo off the right side, bounces it. Hits a seam, going to fall forward. Going to be about 9, maybe 10 yards. We'll see, depends on the spot. And it's going to be a 9-yard gain there for Gallardo off the right side. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 from the Mustang 39-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. 25 seconds left to play in the first.
Get him.
15 seconds on the game clock, 19 on the play clock. Same formation, except trips bunch to the right, gun left. Newkirk. Owls showing pressure. Newkirk scrambled. Off the right side, trying to get the first. We'll see if he falls forward enough. The man squats 500 pounds. Hard to move forward. They're going to move the chains. And Newkirk fighting for yards through tackles. And over here, the head lineman, Kyle Gibson, signaling first down for the Mustangs. And that should do it at the end of 1. Mustangs come out into the second quarter facing a 1st and 10 as they do trail 8-0 here at the end of 1 to the Hale Center Owls. Stay tuned for second quarter action. I'm Camden Norris here with Kyle Johnel here at this Mustang football Nicholson Field. Welcome back to Nicholson Field. At the end of one, the Hale Center Owls 8, your Wheeler Mustangs 0. Trying to get something going offensively. Creed Newkirk fighting through tackles, one right after the other, battling hard as he does squat that, like I said, that 500 pounds, and he showed it right there on that play. The quarterback fighting for yards.
Never got 500.
Yeah. Folded me up like a lawn chair if I'd have tried that. Mustangs sticking in this bunch set. Getting a little more protection on the side. Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand off to Gallardo. Gallardo bounces again, going to get pursued and fighting through. Nowhere to go as the Hale Center Owls going to fly to the football there. And then I think he's going to give him, going to say, I don't know that I don't kind of question the spot there a little bit. He got procedure, but nonetheless, that's going to be about a 6-yard loss. This Mustangs trying to get something going in the run game so they can set up the passing game. As the Hale Center defense just flying around, all over the place.
Didn't have a name on that defender right there. It's number 8.
On his costume. Mustangs come out in trade formation. Jackson Graves tight end left. Newkirk takes the snap. Going to keep it for himself up the right side. Spinning out of a tackle. Going to the 40. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage +1. And Newkirk comes up a little slow on that play. Got twisted up a little bit after that spin.
Just a little bit frustrating after that play.
Appears to be okay.
Yeah. Got back just past the original line of scrimmage.
He's second quarter here. Newkirk takes the snap, boots to his right. Once the throw's got Jackson Graves, catches it on the sideline.
A little bit of over pursuit out of bounds. They're out of bounds by about 2 yards when the tackle was made.
As you think it would take pro.
That's going to move the chains for the Mustangs. As they get into Owl territory at the Owl 45, ball's placed at the right hash. Twins to the right. Pro left, Jackson Graves tight end left, Abraham Segalo on the far side. Newkirk takes a snap. Run a fast screen out to Bryce Hill, sticks a foot in the ground, fighting through traffic. He's going to scramble, and he's going to fight through. Still not tackled before he's taken out of bounds. Bryce Hill going through, and Coach Beard getting after him about ball security as he gains 4 on the play.
Had a little bit of a
D on there.
carry right there, like a loaf of bread.
Well, 2 hands dancing through. Held on to it, moved the ball forward there a little bit.
Okay, like Bryce. Trey left, work left, slice. Just run it.
Mustang's going to get a call for procedure. Not sure what all is going. Jackson Graves pointing to the right, saying that they're barking out the call, and Jason Huddleston is going to call procedure against the Mustangs. Mustangs trying to get settled in just a little bit, have some positive plays, and then have a letdown, so they got to keep something moving here in the positive direction, get something going, get on the scoreboard.
Left slice. I know.
Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand it off. Just keeps for himself, scrambles to his left, catches the blocks, cuts back inside, going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Looked like Diego Soto just with a heck of a pancake block, driving his defender into the ground. Newkirk tried to hit the edge, and the linebacker's flying in pursuit. Trips to the football, bring up 3rd and 10 from the Owl 45-yard line.
Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble Wheeler's having a little bit of trouble with the Hale Center defensive line. It's either getting a good push or getting a good stalemate to where it's almost like they're playing zone in basketball where they're moving side to side even though they're not penetrating and coming up with some tackles.
Keeping everything contained as it come out and trips to the right hand off the Gallardo up the middle. Gets to seam, lowers his shoulder. Going to gain 6 on the play. That's going to not give me enough because that's going to bring up 4th down as he does roll forward to the out 39-yard line. It's official with their marker right in the middle. 8:29 left to play here in the first half, trailing 8-0. Mustang football brought to you by Lee's Refrigeration, also by Marshall Auto, Capital Farm Credit, and the Wheeler Vet Clinic. Also Highlands Pharmacy, Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Market Square Supermarkets, and Ware Chevrolet. Trips to the left, gun right, Newkirk. Facing a 4-man front, showing pressure. Going to go off the right side, hits the seam behind the linebacker, spins out, high step, going to go backwards, nowhere to go as Hale Center flies to the football.
It keeps going, he's fine.
Contains all of that, and that's going to be nowhere to go as the Mustangs turn over on downs here as Hale Center takes over here 1st and 10 at their own, we'll see where they spot it, at their own 43-yard line. Honestly, battled the defenses here tonight, Kyle, so far. I mean, other than the turnover,
little mistakes and turnovers.
Yeah.
Just
both sides getting it.
both sides.
Other than the turnover and the one long pass there by Hale Center, it's been pretty even defensively. Mustangs end up throwing pressure. Juan Carlos Del Rio up the middle is going to get a tackle in the backfield.
Yeah.
Coach Hoover read that one. Is going to stun him right up the middle. Kyler Moss comes in and grabbing his shoulder. He's going to have to come off the field. And Nick is going to check back in the game at the nose guard. Nick Wooler comes in to make Abraham Sagala, Jackson Allen coming in, and Garrett Ashurst. There on the quick screen is going to go over to Edwin Alvarez. And that's going to bring up 3rd and a long 7 for the Owls, Kyle, as there's 7 minutes left to play here in the first half.
Good job of the Mustang secondary coming up on the bubble screen to get up and stop them for a minimum gain.
Trips to the left, gun left. Solo receiver up top on the far side. Gonzalez takes a snap, scrambles to his right, looks left, wants to throw, got time. Defense is flying up. Jackson Allen keeping him in front is going to be forced out of bounds.
They get a while now.
Coach Hoover not happy with him coming up, wants him to stay back, keep him contained, not let him throw it over the top of his head, get a dump pass there across over his head at the corner position.
That's pretty.
And going out of bounds, Carter Gonzalez. That will bring up 4th down, and the Owls will send in the punt.
Yeah, Gonzalez didn't get helped out on that. Some of his receivers ended up running off the opposite direction. Didn't leave any open space for him to dump the ball off into, and ended up getting a good 3rd down stop.
Alvarez back to punt. Going to punt this one. High end over end kicks to be fielded by Andrade. He's explosive. We said this, running through tackles, looked like a face mask. Still on his feet, fighting through, bouncing off men, trying to get something going for his team here and showing why he's explosive. And that's going to go to the 40.
Well, Israel right there started showing off a little bit of the hit stick on that from the offensive side. He ended up bumping into 2 or 3 different defenders and just wouldn't go down.
And the sophomore trying to get something going, just relentless there with the football and special teams. Quite a collision there over on the Mustang 43-yard line. Andrade still up, sets his team up here 1st and 10 at the left hash. Mustangs moving north to south, left to right as we watch them as Bryce Hill is on the far side and trips bunch to the right on the near side for the Mustangs. Newkirk and Gallardo gun left. Going to head up to Gallardo off the right side. Nowhere to go as it's, again, swallowed up quickly. Again, swallowed up. Nowhere for the Gallardo. Goes going to lose 2 as the Owls. Great job in pursuit as a defensive battle continues here, Kyle. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, really just needing to try to get the offensive line to get pushed. They've been having a tough time with this defensive front getting penetration on them.
Facing a 3-man front to see if they're going to call the Mustangs for procedure. Procedure is Jackson Graves gets called there on the left side. And they keep pointing at each other saying,
It's Bryce Heffley on that one. Wow.
Keep pointing at each other saying that Hale Center is
Trying to draw them off.
Hale Center, trying to mark out the snap counter, making it similar, and Coach Hoover agrees. Jackson Graves, the all-stater, one of the most disciplined players on the team, pointing saying that they're mimicking the snap count. Bryce Heffley there gets called for it as well. They're going to call false start against the Mustangs.
Old Hoover's got his head slit off, not looking very happy.
Not happy, is trying to get something going, and knows that the snap count's getting barked out. Not happy with that as the Mustangs come out and bunch left and right, gun right. Newkirk takes a snap, faces pressure, wants to throw, rolls right, scrambles to his left. Got pressure, throws this one up and away. Nowhere to go as he's going to throw it to the moms in the stands of Hale Center.
Yeah, good job by Newkirk right there. Just get rid of it. Don't take anything negative. You still got one more play to make something happen and see what Wheeler can do from there.
Trips last.
5:37 left to play here in the first half. Mustangs facing a 3rd and 17, from their own 36-yard line. Ball's placed on the right hash. Come out and trips to the left. Graves tied in right. Hale Center in a 3-man front, getting pressure. Newkirk rolls to his left, throws across the middle. It's going to hit Jackson Graves, but just not enough. Nowhere near the change. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring it 4th down, and that'll bring in the Mustang punty. 5:20 left to play here in the first half, and ticking. So Mustangs, Israel Andrade is going to punt this one away. Back deep to return for the Owls is going to be Carter Gonzalez. Snap back. Andrade's got it. It's got people in his face. Going to throw it to Gallardo. Nowhere to go, and it's going to be punched out. Fumble, scoop, and completely not what the Mustangs wanted to happen as Andrade rolls out of that, throws it to Gallardo. Gallardo coughs it up and sets up Hale Center with extremely good field position.
Yeah, look like we're in
The Mustang 25.
Looks like Wheeler's having the same problems on special teams as on offense, with the penetration just being too much from the Owls. We got to look for a way to get that blocked up.
Mustang defense held strong thus far. Really need a big stand, defensive stand here. 4:43 left to play in the first half, trailing 8-0 with the Owls knocking on the door here at their own Mustang 25. They come out Novak, man in motion, left to right, going to run speed option off the right side, hit hard. Diego Soto is going to hit Martin Cano, who's in at the quarterback there. What a shot there by Diego Soto. Going to be a 1-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, good job closing off. The defensive end ended up making the quarterback run back in on that instead of going with this pitch guy, and the linebackers were right there to stuff it.
Continue with the Novak. Trips to the left to the near side, twins to the far side. Martin Cano is going to take the snap. Looks like he's going to throw, and he scrambles. Jackson Graves had him wrapped up, and he slips through it. Falls forward. Gonna be an 8-yard gain. Gonna bring up 3rd and 1. 3:45 and ticking here in the first half. Owls trying to get the first down and the score before halftime. Mustangs do receive the second half kick. As back in at quarterback, Carter Gonzalez in the pistol, going to hand it off right up the middle. It's going to be hit by Bryce Heffley at the line of scrimmage. See if it's going to fall for being up. They are going to mark it just enough for the first. Bryce Heffley hit him at the line of scrimmage. That'll move the chain, set up 1st and 10. 3:22 left to play in the first half. We got a man down here for the Mustangs. See who that is.
It's Howard. You gotta go.
Looks like that might be Jackson Graves, not sure. And we'll take an injury timeout. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field.
saying? They don't remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate you. I ain't chasing the fame. You gonna remember my name.
Welcome back to Nicholson Field after that entry timeout. And Hale Center looking to score here as they throw it deep. It's going to be intercepted by Garrett Ashurst. Hauls that one in. First down as Garrett Ashurst, the All-Stater, coming out of the injury timeout there by Jackson Graves. Prayers go out to him as hopefully he'll they were saying something maybe around his hip area, something like that. But we'll see what's going on there and try to give an injury update later on. But Garrett Ashurst trying to get his team back going after that, after a big player like that goes down. And Garrett Ashurst, they're making a huge stand there in the end zone.
Had to get a momentum shift right there, and the turnover comes at a very good time.
I see Chris was
They need to get something started right here, starting at their own 20.
Went out to the 23-14 left here to play in the first half. And Chris Gallardo's going to be tackled for a gain of 1.
freaking knows like Coach. He's looking at this ball.
Bring up 2nd and 9.
Double smash.
21-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. Under 3 minutes to play now. Mustangs trying to get something going offensively as they've been explosive all season. Just struggled to get something going here tonight, outscoring their opponents 82-6 so far this season. And just some mental mistakes and turnovers so far again. Trying to come out of here, Newkirk. Newkirk drops in the pocket. Wants to throw, steps up in the pocket. Nowhere to go as he's going to be sacked. It'll be a loss of 5. Takes them back to the Mustang 15.
Yeah, the Hale Center nose guard is well of a game tonight. Just really good fits to the Mustang offensive line.
That was fun.
Broke through in there, penetrated pretty deep on the play.
Aaron Trevino making the big stand there for the Owl defense there at the nose guard. Timeout on the field. It might be in the area of, I don't see if they never told us, 2-minute timeout here. Excuse me, 2-minute timeout. Last night, Mustang JV they're on their 3rd win of the season. They went down to Hale Center last night and brought that one home 48-12 in favor of the Mustangs last night. So, very talented freshman class. Got some guys sprinkled in there. And just a lot of guys here on the varsity that, especially on the O-line, just haven't had much experience and thrown into the fire and trying to learn quick. Lots of different plays, things like that. Done a great job here in the first 2 games and trying to get here season, just get settled here in week 3.
Yeah, and it takes every week to keep working on it, get it better every week, and you start figuring out your flaws as you go along. And the coaches do a good job of getting these guys coached up each week after they watch film. You just got to keep pressing on.
2-minute timeout. Mustangs come out and trips to the left on the far side. Gun left. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to boot to his left. Looks like set his feet. Throws it across. Going to be caught. Looks like Israel Andrade is going to catch it. They said it's a catch. It's going to bring up 4th down here as it was a 7-yard gain, but it's still going to be 4th and 5 at the Mustang 25-yard line. That'll bring on the Mustang punting. Positive play there, Kyle, is not quite enough to get to the change. Mustang football brought to you by the Studio Coffee Shop. Let Christy Davis, owner of the studio, says, we have a dang good coffee, home-baked goods, made-to-order sandwiches, everything made fresh ingredients. Get a fresh cookie on your first visit at the studio on the square in Wheeler. Mustang's going to call a timeout here with 1:12 left to play in the first half. Trying to milk this one down, not give the Owls much time left to make anything happen offensively. The Mustangs take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field. Yes, go.
Got a good screenplay in your back pocket.
Back to Nicholson Field on homecoming tonight. Mustangs trail here 8-0 with 1:12 left to play in the first half. Israel Andrade set to punt this one away. Faced pressure last time, dumped it off to Chris Gallardo and copped it up. Mustang defense held strong, and Garrett Asher gets the interception. Andrade is going to punt this away. It's going to be short. Going to take a Mustang down. It's going to roll to the Owl 45, and he tries to pick it up. Almost made an egregious mistake there. Foul is almost extremely dangerous. Skyler Martinez trying to be sneaky there, scoop up there, and coach is not happy about that. As it had been a dead ball.
Yeah, Wheeler standing over the top of it trying to burn off some more clock, and Hale center player comes up and just helps him out by grabbing the ball and trying to take off with it with two defenders right next to him. Ends up putting it back on the deck, and Hale center ends up scooping it up for about another 4-yard addition onto that punt. So
backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
That's going to take them to the Owl 38-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash, facing 57 seconds left here in the first half. Owls 8, Wheeler Mustangs 0. Mustangs do receive the second half kick.
Yeah, not sure what's going on right here.
On a legal substitution against the Owls, I believe.
Chain game is just now moving. Trying to figure out what's going on. Some really odd plays tonight.
Yeah, stuff that definitely doesn't happen a lot. Some guys trying to make some things happen.
Pushing too hard.
Yeah. Almost making some big mistakes as the illegal substitution penalty, I think, is about to get marked off, I believe, and it is. Here by John Moffitt is he's going to mark this one back. Illegal substitution against the Owls, and that'll take them back all the way to their 23-yard line. They face that 1st and 10, 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Chris Gallardo checks into the game. Out for Nick Woolard. Twins to the right. Trips. Twins to the left. Trips to the right. Man in motion. Left to right. They're on speed option. Look for the double pass. Throws. Gets hit. Throws a bomb. And it's going to be caught and hit as Garrett Asher explodes the receiver. They're trying to bust that one loose, but that bomb. Creed Newkirk down again as that bomb was thrown by Martin Cano on the speed option double pass. And way downfield, the athletic move there by the Owls going to take them down to the 35.
Asher's really popped him on that play, but he held on to it. It's fantastic reception by Hale Center there.
40-yard gain there on that play by the Owls. 49 seconds left to play here. Trying to score. A little trickery coming out of that. And Garrett Asher's making a big hit, almost jarring that one loose there on contact. Just unable to get it right there as the receiver caught the football. And I missed who caught that. It was a lot of action happening there in the backfield. I think it was Ryan Mesquite, to be honest, that caught that football, number 2.
Mesquite play. Really good play execution on that one. The receiver downfield had 3 Mustangs around it, but had just a step on them. And Asher's just a half a step late on the play.
49 seconds left. Mustang football this season brought to you by Heffley Hardware Feed and Appliance, your one stop for all your hardware and feed needs, as well as grass-fed beef and home appliances at Heffley Hardware Lumber and Feed just south of the square on Main in Wheeler. Mustang football also brought to you by Wellington State Bank's Wheeler branch, the Wheeler Times H&H Tire and Cross Country Barn. Jackson Graves back on the sideline after being assessed. We'll see what that brings as the Owls come out and trips to the right. Woo. by Gonzalez. Wants to throw. Throws it. Intercepted and in and out of the hands. There, Joaquin Tentori. Not much height to give from that man, but he skied as high as he could get it. Almost pulled that one. Just ripped that one out of the sky.
Yeah, and Hale Center right there had to play defense and knock the ball out of his hands to turn that to be able to keep it with their position.
43 seconds left. Owls come out, twins to the right and left, gun left. Mustangs in a three-man front. Gonzalez takes a snap, boots left, looks to throw, got pressure. Scrambles out of it, throws across the middle, almost intercepted by Abraham Segala. Got a right hand on it, almost got that paw in and snagged that one out of the air. Ball's incomplete for intended receiver, Edwin Alvarez. And it's going to go third. It's going to be 3rd and 10 still, 36 seconds left. As the Owls face a long 3rd down here at their own, at the Mustang 35.
Yeah, good pursuit that time by the Mustangs, making them have to throw it on the run and not be able to set up.
2 back. Going to get called for procedure. Here are the Owls. And they're going to go ahead and take their 3rd and final timeout to not face the penalty.
I believe that both of these teams going into half are going to get an earful from their coaching staff.
Think so too. It's not as clean as I've seen Hale Center play on film, and definitely not what the Mustangs have put out there far this season with such a veteran squad.
Yeah, this game, the second half, definitely could end up turning out to be a completely different game with the way the score is right now.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see if they can, which side can clear their headspace and start turning things back around.
Definitely, Mustangs got to keep the Owls out of here, not let them have a big play as they're facing 3rd and 10. They had a 45-yard gain there on the double trick pass. And 36 seconds left. Do lead here 8-0. Mustangs do receive the second half kick. Back deep. 2 safeties deep. Israel Andrade and Garrett Asher trying to keep everything in front of them. As the Owls come out in bunch left and right gun route. Gonzalez facing 5-man front. Mustangs showing pressure. Drops back in the pocket. Throws a fast screen out to the left. Scott across the middle. Fast and speedy athleticism. Going to be tackled by Garrett Asher. Going to move the chains, though, and that's going to be Martin Cano on the catch. Going hurry up here are the Owls. They're going to run clock it. They're going to clock the football with 25 seconds left here in the first half.
Really important for Wheeler right here to stand firm and to keep Hale Center out of the end zone. I don't know, does Hale Center have a field goal kicker? They came out in the swinging gate earlier, so
right.
They got somebody that probably can kick it, but
yeah, they're willing to try to steal 2 from you. I don't think they have anybody that can kick as they come out here in no back. Trips to the far side. Twins to the near side. Gonzalez takes a snap. Wants to throw. Looks left, stays left, scrambles right up the middle. Toss the ball up. Mustang's going to fall on it. Scoop and score, Abraham. And he had one man to beat. Just couldn't get it quite in his fingertips. Toss the football up. And Mustangs, 15 seconds left.
I didn't see who punched that out right there on the tackle to begin with, but good execution of staying with the play and causing a turnover.
Yeah, definitely needed that turnover there as Gonzalez just showing how speedy he is.
Yeah.
Him and Kano just cloned to one another. Andrade going to go in at quarterback. We got 15 seconds left. Andrade throws it up to Bryce Hill. It's going to be intercepted. And to be intercepted by Edwin Alvarez. Going to be 6 seconds left. As Andrade went for the fade. Bryce Hill. Yeah, Mustangs turn it right back over here with 6 seconds left. Trying to go for a big strike. Right after a turnover, you always go for it. I like the call. I like the play call. Always after a turnover, go for, especially right here. Got the momentum. Go for a big strike. You get Bryce Hill's made. Trust him. He's made big catches in the past 2 games. Let him go up and get it
a little bit.
Yeah. A little underthrown, but Mustang defense going to hold strong here. 6 seconds left. Don't have a letdown here as they come out and strips to the left. Quads to the left. Gonzalez. Going to throw his tip. Bryce Hill's going to be intercepted. Andrade looking to return this high step, and that's going to do it at the first half. Wow. Back and forth, pure chaos all first 2 quarters there, Kyle. 3 turnovers in 3 plays.
Oh, my word.
And
Are we up to 6 turnovers in this game so far?
I think so. I think that's, well, there was 3. That's 6.
So, oh, my word.
6 turnovers committed between the 2 teams. And that's going to take us to half here as the Hale Center Owls lead by a score of 8-0. Got about 20 minutes here at halftime. It's been an interesting ball game here in this first half, Kyle, here on Homecoming. Definitely people showed up. Somewhere less than 10,000 here tonight.
Somewhere less.
But they've gotten quite the show. Just keep say that.
It's been a bit of a circus, to say the least.
Hopefully, like you said, coaches get in there, get their teams settled back in, being disciplined, being ball security for sure. Getting something going for the Mustangs offensively is going to be huge.
The offensive line for the Mustangs is going to have to find some fortitude down low to be able to get this thing pushed out.
Right.
They've been facing pressure this whole time. They've got to figure out how to solidify this thing up.
19 minutes left. And we'll go ahead and go to halftime. Your halftime show here on Legends 98.9. The Wheeler Band taking the field here. If you're watching here on the live link, stay tuned for second half action. I'm Camden Doris here with Kyle Johnell here on Mustang Football, Nicholson Field.
They saying they don't remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate you. I ain't chasing the fame. You gonna remember my name. You gonna remember my name. Family, for a friend. You gonna remember my name. My name. You gonna remember my name.
They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I done paid all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beaches, you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be big in me, they can't get rid of me.
Welcome back to Nicholson Field as your Wheeler Mustangs trail the Hale Center Owls by a score of 8-0. They do receive the second half kick. Looks like they got some guys that kind of got banged up in the first half. Look like they're going to come return for the second half action. And back deep to return for the Mustangs, Garrett Ashurst, Bryce Hill, and Chris Gallardo. Kick this one away for the Owls. Total leather, second half underway. Bryce Hill is going to field this one. It's going to scramble to his left, stick a foot in the ground, running through tacklers, and going to run through about two.
The Dex, how many people got a second here?
That's going to bring up first and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 32-yard line.
About a second.
About a 7-yard return there for Bryce. He came back across the football field, ran through some arm tackles, had one more to beat, and he'd been running for a while there. Kyle had something set up there on this side of the field.
Yeah, just a lot of guys closing in. Hard to find ring.
Two back.
Hey, just tell him to go to this side. Just tell him to go to this side.
David San Diego to the left. Chris Gallardo to the right. Garrett Ashurst checks into the game. Twins to the left. Bottled up. Gallardo bounces it outside. Nope, anywhere to go. Is going to lose one. Maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Some danger.
They're going to say on the far side, it's hard to tell there where they spotted that, Kyle. I guess it must have touched the knee. Looks like it maybe lost maybe one on the play there from this angle. It's hard to tell. Maybe lost one. Going to bring up second. And
the center's defense stretched that out. Just didn't let him get upfield at all. I thought I saw a hand on the face mask.
I did too. Snap his head down a little bit. Puts to the right. Two back sending everybody. Are the Hale Center Owls. Losing another two is going to bring up probably 3rd and 14 here for the Mustangs here in their opening drive of the third quarter. Losing back to their own 29 right hash. Nothing good much going on in the run game as they're shooting every single gap.
Yeah, Hale Center's coming in blitzing about every single play, it seems like.
Definitely passing down. Got to hold off the pressure. Get something going. Bryce here, Hill solo receiver up top. Newkirk's got time to throw. Throws across the middle. Garrett Ashurst sticks a foot in the ground. Going to go left. Scrambling. Maybe going to get close to the change. Depends on the spot. They're going to go ahead and move it. Great patience there by Newkirk. Standing in the pocket. Got plenty of time as they rushed 3 and dropped 8.
Hawkeye arrow.
Garrett Ashurst finding a hole in the defense, and he's going to get enough to move the chains. Going to bring up first down.
Yeah, good job of Ashurst right there, staying shifty and get.
42-yard line, twins to the left, two back. Newkirk takes a snap, bringing pressure. Wants to throw left, throws a dump pass out to David San Diego. He's going to catch it. It's going to get a big gain there on the play. Let's see where they officially spotted. Got the marking off. They're going to say it's knee touchdown at the 48-yard line. I mean, 8-yard gain there for San Diego. Officially a 6-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 4. Newkirk makes a snap, low snap. Rolls out to his right, scrambling. Going to have to throw this one away. Just nowhere to go as the snap got him from the start. Going to bring up 3rd down.
He got confused, then he got right.
Mustang football brought to you by Wellington State Bank's Wheeler branch. We served the local community for decades with modern banking services and online banking. They are a partner in progress for all your 21st century banking. 3rd down and 4 from the Mustang 48-yard line. Ball's placed in the left hash. Mustang moving right to left. South to north as we watch him here in the box. Twins to the right, open left, two back. Newkirk facing a 3-man front, showing pressure. Takes a snap, going to roll to his right, scrambles back to his left, sets his feet back to his right, throws it, dumps it off, incomplete.
There was a guy outside as soon as he started to roll out.
Bring up 4th down.
Yep.
Newkirk frustrated, just really trying to make something happen. Nothing there. Bring up 4th down. The bunt team will come on for the Mustangs.
Just relentless pressure by the Owls, sending most of the linebackers every play. It's hard for the Mustangs to get anything going. It constantly has the defenders just right in their face.
Don't trust the brains.
Snap back, going to go to Bryce Hill. Going to punt this one away. Highs. Kick can be fielded at the 25. Running through arm tackles. And again, the shifty, explosive back there by Martin Kano. 18-yard return there officially for Kano, and that's where the Owls will take over here 1st and 10. Ball will be placed on the right hash, moving left to right.
Tackle right there by Juan Carlos Del Rio.
Jackson Gray is back in the ball game. Good to see him after got banged up there, got caught up in the trash there at the line of scrimmage there earlier in the first half. Got assessed, just like I said, just gets tangled up. Good to see him back out in the ball game. Gonzalez takes a snap right up the middle and hops on his back, goes for a ride there for a second. It's going to be Kyler Moss.
At the line of scrimmage and ended up carrying forward for another couple of yards.
Aiden Shaver, the ball carrier, junior for the Owls, going to be a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the Owl 46. 8:35 left to play here in the third quarter. Owls 8, Mustangs 0 here in a defensive battle on the Mustang homecoming. Trips bunch to the left, man in motion right to left, going to run a little pitch pass, hitting the backfield. There we go. Sorry, Diego Soto, initial contact. Abraham Segala finishes it off. Get a little chippy there in the backfield by both teams. They don't like that. How they got slung down in the backfield, and going to get a little talking to by Jason Huddleston, but that's going to be 7-yard loss officially. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Owls at their own 40.
Good job by the Mustangs to get them down in distance on this one. See if we can if the Mustangs can get some pressure out here on what's probably going to be a passing down for the Owls.
Ryan Mesquite went in motion there on the little quick pitch pass up to the front there from Gonzalez, and they lose 7 on the play. Going to come out, trips to the right, open left, gun left, Gonzalez. And the gun shifts its back left to right. Mustang showing pressure. Throws the screen back to the left. It's red. Hard hit by Abraham Segala. That goes nowhere, but for a loss of 1, and a big hit there by Segala brings up 4th down and a punt.
Segala diagnosed that from the get-go. Wasn't fooling him and came up and laid the wood to the Owl offensive player.
Great read there by the senior defender. And Segala.
They return, I think, to the Hawkeye and hit with a stick in.
And the Owls sitting on the punt team back deep. Going to be
Earlier when we ran
Bryce Hill. No, excuse me, going to be Jackson Allen. Also Garrett Ashurst. Punt's going to be low. End over end. It's going to go to Garrett Ashurst, and he's going to be hit on contact. Pitches it to Hill. And Hill trying to make something coming. Going to hit the edge and lowers the shoulder and ran out of bounds as Garrett Ashurst got tangled up, trying to make something happen. And Hoover said, I know you're trying to get something going here.
Keep your head on.
Keep your head on. Let's get something here. And I don't blame him there. I remember doing that back in the day, just trying to make something happen. You got stood up. You got to make a little toss there. Make it interesting.
Playing dirt ball out
Yeah, that's right.
the parking lot.
That's right. A little sandlot never hurt anybody. Get something going, get a little spark. Either a hero or a zero on those kind of plays.
Luckily, it just ended up being about 5 more yards out of the play.
That's right. Twins to the right. 2 back. Mustangs. Takes a snap. David San Diego hits the seam. A little change of pace back. Going to gain 3 on the play. Going to take him to the Mustang 45.
Get Bryce here wide up to the sideline.
Ball's placed just inside right hash. So they're going to go move it down to the middle of the field. So that's where he's tackled. 6:05 here to play in third quarter. Mustangs do trail 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls here tonight on homecoming. Splits to the right, two back. Bryce Hill split to the near side. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to go off the side to David Samaniego. Hits the seam. Going off to the right side. Juan Carlos Del Rio. Looks like Juan Carlos Del Rio is going to get tagged for a pancake block. A little extra chatter after the play.
Yeah, after the play, it's just a little bit much. Had a good block on the play, but just needed to leave it there. And
he decides he's going to call it on both of them. Just a warning. Really wasn't anything too crazy, but he's going to make sure.
Yeah,
Jason Huddleston's going to make sure that they know that everybody's still in. They're in charge. Going to call 2 dead ball and sportsman lights.
Oh, hey, never mind. Get back up. It comes back up.
2 dead ball and sportsman lights. 1 against the Mustangs, 1 against the Owls.
Hey, let's go.
And little communication error there by the umpire, John Moffitt, who marked that one off, and he's corrected in that it was both teams called on that play, and that's going to go back to Owl territory. Is going to bring up 2nd and 2 to the 8-yard gain to the 49-yard line. Little discussion here from head coach Matt Hoover with Jason Huddleston. Maybe he's talking about us maybe getting a little chippy, wanting to look at some stuff.
I think it should be 3rd down, shouldn't it? That was a 2nd down play right there.
.534 left to play here in the 3rd. Mustangs on the move, 2nd and 2. And both head coaches getting to talking to.
I think it's the referee that's getting talking to.
Maybe so. I think you're right. Coach Hoover had some words, and head coach Mark Puente for the Owls having his say-so as well, as defensive line gets a little breather there for the Owls in the exchange.
Yeah, just looks like the head referee, Mr. Huddleston, just trying to help both these teams keep a cooler head, give both teams a warning, keep things moving so that things won't end up escalating, making some unnecessary penalties down the road.
Let's say football brought to you by Cross Country Barn. The Barn's got it if you want it to save up to 15 cents a gallon on fuel using your Phillips 66 app. Mustang Football also brought to you by H&H Tire, the Wheeler Times, Heffley Hardware, Feed and Appliance, the Studio Coffee Shop, Ware Chevrolet, Market Square Supermarkets, Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Highlands Pharmacy, Wheeler Vet Clinic, Capital Farm Credit, Marshall Auto, and Lee's Refrigeration. Looks like we might be back to action here.
X right here, see if we it's 2.
And it is corrected. Kyle, thanks for keeping our stat line moving there. It is 3rd down.
I've got the pad and the pen.
3rd and a long 1.5.
Everybody keeps that.
2 back, low snap. David Samaniego is going to hit the edge, going to hit the seam, going to fall forward, 1st down. That'll move the chains, and that's going to be a Shamrock Legacy Insurance 1st down as the Mustangs move, trying to get something going in the run game. And so far, Samaniego, a little change of pace back, a little speed back there. Hits the edge, falls forward for 3.
Yeah, just running backs trying to find the play to get through there and freeze this defense. It'll be interesting to see if they can wear down the Hale center front 7, get something going.
Tight bunch to the right, 2 back. Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand it off to Gallardo. Gallardo 6 foot in the ground, going to gain 5, 6, still turning 7. Going to get to the 40. And they're going to say he's down shy of the 40, down to the 41-yard line.
All got tight stick hands.
2nd and 4.
Tackle on that play by Benny Ruiz for the Owl, and about 2 other Hale center defenders on that. Good run right there.
Stick in the same formation, tight. Trips to the right, open left, two back. Al showing pressure. Sticks a foot in the ground, throws it to Bryce Hill's got him open just over the hands of intended receiver Bryce Hill as Newkirk laid it up, and Bryce Hill faded to it just a little too far. And that would have been a huge explosive play that the Mustangs needed.
Let's go.
Hill's did a good job right there, taking a step on the defender, just laid out there a little bit. Newkirk did a good job of making sure he threw it to the open area, but just a little bit too far.
Can bring it third down. 4:27 left to play as the clock stops on the incomplete pass. Twins to the right, two back. Newkirk drops back in the pocket. It's got time. Scrambles. Rolling out of pressure. Looks right and left. Caught. Bryce Hill. See if it's going to be enough. I think it depends on the spot. We'll see. Looks like they're going to mark him short. Going to see where the spot is. Maybe it's going to be 4th and inches. 4th and 1. Got a foot toe tapper there on the sideline. Great job by Bryce Hill making up for that play. Got, wanting to catch there. Comes back to the football on the scramble. Good heads up there. Play there by the junior. 4th and inches. 4th and inches here. 4:19 left to play as Bryce Hill got out of bounds. Stopped the clock at 4:19.
Again, tight.
Bucks left and right, two back. Bucks Al showing pressure. Going to be hitting the backfield on the blitz. San Diego. Nowhere to go is shooting the gaps. Going to be Aiden Shaver, the junior linebacker, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. As shot right up the middle of the gap, right past the center, and gets hit in the backfield.
Yeah, Hale Center just read the play, knew they were going to end up running it, and they just sent everybody in crashing and ended up able to blow the play up.
That's one of those you wish you had a little freeze count. Just one, if you could get those guys settled in. It's hard in this game right now. Both teams have been putting the ball on the turf and procedure penalties, but Health Center showing pressure to get them on a hard count, get them to bait them into one. Would have been nice right there if we could have made that happen as they come out and twins to the right and left gun right. 3-man front. Gonzalez going to run a quarterback draw off the left side. It's going to be hot down from behind by Jackson Graves, the Undertaker. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball's pursuit right there.
Great job of downhill pursuit there by the backside defensive end. And bring up 2nd and 10 in the middle of the field. 3:50 and counting here. Trips to the left, gun right. Gonzalez takes a snap, wants to throw left, runs a fast screen out to the left. Caught. Going to be hot down and jumped on from behind. Gets to the 50.
Segala in on that tackle.
Abraham Segala on the tackle, and a quick pitch and catch received by Edwin Alvarez, the senior for the Owls. Brings up 3rd and 3. At the 50-yard line, ball placed left hash. Throw out pistol. Gonzalez in the gun. Going to run ISO right up the middle. And it's going to be enough for a first down. Going to be a 3.5-yard run, and that'll move the chains into Mustang territory. 3:05 left to play in the third. Health Center 8. You're the Mustang 0 in a defensive battle. Back and forth here. Other than early first quarter, Kyle, Mustangs pop it up into their territory. The Owls take a shot and get the quick score, and it's been a defensive battle ever since. Points to the left, open. Gonzalez looking for a reverse. Here comes off the right side. Hot pursuit by the Mustangs. Israel Andrade laying a huge shot along with Joaquin Tintori. Ryan Mesquite, the senior, on the sweep. He's going to gain 6.
Israel on that one ended up getting about a 20-yard run at it to come in with a big pop on Mesquite.
Hard hit there on Mesquite from Andrade coming downhill from the safety position. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the Mustang 40. Pistol. Gonzalez going to step up in the field, hitting the backfield. Joaquin Tintori No gain on the play as he hit ball carrier Benny Ruiz, the sophomore, right below the kneecaps. And that's going to be no gain. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
Good job of Tentori coming in there and submarine in that play for no gain.
Pro right, tight end right. Man in motion right to left. Gonzalez hands it off. Juan Carlos Del Rio on the stunt, shoots the cap, hits him in the backfield. It's going to be a loss. Going to bring up 4th down, loss of 4.
Watch the ball.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Owls.
Still kind of interested right here whether Hill Center's going to end up going for it or if they're going to end up trying to pin Wheeler back and make them drive the whole football field since they've had trouble moving the ball.
One would think under a minute to play, you would punt this one to try to pin them deep, trying to get them to make a mistake, but they're going to try to go for it here. But they come out and no back. Watch quarterback draw from the speedy Gonzalez. And I heard it when I said it, and it's going to be converted. And the ball stripped, and it went in favor. Ball's on the ground again, 2 fumbles. Stripped by Israel Andrade, and it pops right out of Martin Cano's hand, right into Ryan Mesquite's hands. And that'll move the chains as another continued wild night. That one falls in favor of the Owls.
That's very unique play.
Went to the left and right, gun right. Gonzalez.
20 seconds at least on the clock.
So we have maybe a play clock and a game clock situation here. We'll see if they're gonna call here. I'm gonna call up. Everybody's gonna get together here with Jason Huddleston, head referee.
All good.
Weird play on that. Israel Andrade caused the first fumble, went right into Mesquite's hands, and before he hits the ground, ball pops out again.
Yeah.
Gets on the turf, and then another couple of Hale Center.
And they're calling Mustang football. I'm saying Mustang football here.
Camden, I have no idea what's going on.
I don't either. Unless. So what I think maybe it happened is after that second fumble, so Andrade comes in there from the safety, strips it from Cano. It pops into Mesquite's hand. Mesquite gets hit. Ball flies out. Maybe one of the Mustangs recovered it over there, and they maybe called him, said he thought he was down, and he wasn't down. The Mustangs recovered. I don't know. But head referee Jason Huddleston just signaled with authority Mustang football with 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Not backing down, he signals again. Mustang football. I'm not really sure what happened. Doesn't matter. It's Mustang football here. 14 seconds left.
Yeah, Camden,
In
I'm
the
looking
third.
at my watch and making sure that it's the 12th and not the 13th.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Friday the 13th. Crazy. 14 seconds left. Turnover. Probably, what is that, the 7th or 8th turnover tonight?
Well, with
Between both teams? Or no, let's see, that almost pushed it to over the 10 mark. There was 3 turnovers on that play.
I think we're at least 8 for turnovers so far.
Right, still solo receiver down on the near side, bringing pressure, going to hit in the backfield again. Nowhere to go at all.
So they were running freaking sooner. They're just feeling right there. Yeah.
And right up the gut. That looks like that'll do it and take it to 4th quarter as the time expires here, and the Owls bring pressure and lose 4 on the play. Going to bring it 2nd and 14 for the Mustangs going into the 4th quarter. As this wild ride continues here at Nicholson on homecoming as the Mustangs trail by a score of 8-0. We're going to 4th quarter action. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field. It's crazy. It's like, what in the world? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Not
People looked up the back door.
sure. Not sure what's going on.
Obviously, I'm pretty cool inside stuff. Yeah.
Welcome back to your homecoming fourth quarter here with the Mustangs trying to get on the board and something going offensively. It's been a defensive battle back and forth between these two teams all game. Their early possession off of a Mustang turnover early in the ball game, and the Owls convert after that. It's just been strictly defense for both teams. Fourth quarter here, the Mustangs come out and trips to the right. Newkirk takes a snap, going to get him to jump, scrambles. He's got Bryce Hill, throws it. We got Bryce Hill, and he's going to dive for it, falls incomplete. And Mustang got a free play on that one, as they're going to call offsides and change the snap count on the Owls, who've been showing pressure all night long. Got him in the neutral zone and got a free one.
Yeah, I guess there's something to kind of switch it up. You get the Hale Center Owls to start watching when the ball's being snapped instead of just firing off. Because right now they've got their ears pinned back and they're filming every single play.
Got 3 down linemen rushing 6-7. Almost in a 10-1 defense, since they're going to get procedure again. Free play, throws it up to Bryce, and it's going to be intercepted and make contact mid that play.
Wheeler's far back as they were to start with, it's 2nd and 14. They have 2 plays help them out. I think if they moved up to a more manageable position,
Second 4 from the Mustang 33-yard line. Ball's placed on the right hash. Mustangs moving from the north to the south, left to right as we watch them here. They come out in twins to the left. Abraham Segala and Garrett Asher's on the far side. Bryce Hill down to the near. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to hand up to Gallardo up the middle, up the left side, lowers his shoulder. Going to go to the 36. Be a gain of 2. Officially 3. Going to bring up 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches, as you know the Owls going to be shooting every gap right here. 3 down linemen rushing 6. Jackson Graves moves tight end left. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to hand off Gallardo off the right side. Going to get the first down.
Whoa.
Flag comes flying in with a late hit. Late shove by the Owls. Benny Ruiz gets caught for the infraction. That's going to go against the Owl defense.
It looked like they got enough for the first down to begin with. Looks like they got 4 yards on that, but Hale Center Owls helping them out right there with a little extra contact after the play.
Dead ball personal foul against the defense. This one will get marked off. It'll go into Owl territory to the Owl 46. Ball's placed on the right half. 11-11 here, playing the fourth quarter. Mustangs trail by a score of 8-0. On the move here, trying to capitalize on some mental errors by the Owls. And we're going to get a timeout. Like the Owls take their first timeout of the half. And with 11:03 here to play in the fourth, your Wheeler Mustangs 0, Hale Center Owls 8. The Owls take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field. Welcome back to Nicholson Field as the personal foul infraction against the Owls takes the Mustangs into Owl territory to the Owl 46. Sending pressure. Going to hand it to Gallardo. Bounces it outside. Stutters a little bit. Had a block on the inside. Decided to bounce it out. It's going to gain 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 at the Owl 45.
Yeah, the Owls are just shooting gaps every single play. It's like linebackers are crashing down, expecting Wheeler to be running it. Either that or be able to get some penetration on what would be a pass, but they keep the pressure over and over.
Seven seconds on the play clock. Mustangs got to hurry here. Twins to the left. 2, 1. Take the snap. Newkirk's going to take a snap. Looks like almost a horse collar tackle. Jackson Graves going to take a defender right into the stands of Vinny Ruiz. Damian Martinez on the tackle for the Owls.
Bunch.
We had lots of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Excuse me, loss of 2. Bring up 3rd and 11 from the right hash. Ball at the Owl 47.
Oh my God, we're screwed up. First left foot. Abraham. What are we doing?
And confusion coming from the Mustang offense. Not sure the play or the formation, and Coach Hoover's got to take a timeout. Not where he wanted to spend his timeout on that play there, but with 9:38 left to play in the ball game, Mustangs trail by a score of 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls. Mustang take a timeout. We'll take one with them. That's Mustang football. Yeah, just one.
Trip left.
Welcome back to Nicholson Field here on homecoming. It's the Wheeler Mustangs trying to get something going as they have positive plays. Now facing a 3rd and 11 from the Owl 47. 9:38 left to play in the ballgame, trailing by 8. Newkirk takes a snap, boots to his left. Looking to throw, sets his feet, throws it up. Got 2 men in the air, throws it up high, batted down. Intended receiver of Garrett Ashurst and Bryce Hill. And batting that one down for the Owls, Ryan Mesquite, senior. That one falls incomplete, facing 4th down.
Newkirk on that one, rolling out to his left, threw it off his back foot a little bit. Just receiver just covered up right there. Ended up throwing up a 50-50 ball, and luckily it just falls to the curve instead of being an interception.
Trips to the left, Jackson Graves, tight end right. Going for it on 4th. Newkirk takes a snap, running pop pass on the tight end, throws it. Got Abraham Segala wide open on the left side, going to get the first down, plus some, dives forward, moves the chains, and the Mustangs still alive here with 9:24 left to play in the ballgame.
Good job right there, finding the open receiver out in space. Wasn't covered up initially, and worked really hard to get downfield and get as many yards as possible.
Nobody around Segala at all as Jackson Graves ran the pop pass straight down the center of the field, and they picked that one up. Newkirk takes a snap, and they had Gallardo up the middle, hit it immediately at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe 1. As those X stunts just keep coming from the Owl defense. Rushing 3, and the linebacker just shooting every single gap, trying to fill that in. The passing game has been good to the Mustangs, and it's opened up the run game there as they've changed the snap count up, got the Owls to jump off sides in the neutral zone several plays in a row. Trips to the right, gun right. Newkirk takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, scrambles, nowhere to throw. Going to throw this one away. No intended receiver in the area. We're going to see they're trying to call intentional grounding. We'll see. They're going to call that as Abraham Segala not close enough. Looks like they're going to call intentional grounding against Newkirk, as Newkirk just had nowhere to go, nowhere to throw it.
3 Owls on play, just giving him lots of pressure right in his face. Newkirk trying to get rid of it. No running backs or receivers in the area. He didn't get it past the line of scrimmage and ended up being a big loss.
It's going to take the Mustang offense all the way back to the Owl 48. Ball's placed in the right hash. 8:21 left to play here in the ball game. Mustangs trail 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls. Facing a 3rd and 25. Twins to the right, Newkirk. Boots to his left. Sets his feet. Throws. Got Abraham Segala high. Intended receiver falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. He had Segala streaking across the middle. Would have picked up some of that intentional grounding call.
Yeah.
And just a little too high.
Would have got him right.
Segala.
Initial line of scrimmage. Just had a little bit of juice on that pass. And bring up 4th down.
They'll punt this one away. Newkirk's got several big-bodied receivers, as Abraham Segala stands 6'3", Bryce Hill around 6'2". Punt this one away to Bryce Hill. Snap back. Kick. And it's going to be fair catch, signaled by Hale Center's Martin Kano. That's where they'll take over their 1st and 10 after the Bryce Hill punt. "33-yard punt officially.
Start the drive at the Hale Center 23.
1st and 10 from the Hale Center 23. 8:06 left to play in the ball game. Hale Center is 8. We the Mustangs 0. Trying to get something going. Need a defensive. Balls come out a lot. Lots of turnovers. Need something to happen here. Pick 6 feels about right. Kyle.
Would be nice.
Handoff off the right side. It's going to be blown up in the backfield by Juan Carlos Del Rios. And the ball carrier for the Owls, not on a roster, spins out of it. And it's going to be a 1-yard loss officially for the Owls as they sit to try to milk this clock as much as they can here with the lead here in the 4th quarter. Owls in. Trips to the right, open left.
They got
tied in right. Run a fast screen out to the right. It's going to be tied. Whistle on the play. It's called dead ball. It could be procedure going against the Owls.
Tied in, it's covering up the play on that. Ineligible receiver catching the ball.
Get a loss of 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd 15. From the Owls 17-yard line. Going right, Gonzalez drops back in the pocket, looks right, wants to throw right, does. Throws it. Completed, hard hit by Andrade. Wrapped up, going to go back to the original line of scrimmage, plus maybe 1. Get the camera moved over there. And catch made by Benny Ruiz. Sophomore for the Owls. Going to bring up 3rd and 8. Be a 5-yard gain. Excuse me, an 8-yard gain for the Owls.
Mustangs are going to have to start working really hard to try and get a ball to pop loose or something on these plays.
Chip to the left, gun left. Gonzalez takes a snap, rolls to his left. Looking to throw, throws back across his body. Is caught, hard hit, and dive forward. Looks like it's going to move the chains. As trying to jar that ball loose on the catch by Ryan Mesquite. And hard hit by Garrett Asher. He's trying to jar that loose, but he's going to dive forward for the first down.
Yeah, missed tackle there at the beginning of the contact. If they'd have got him right there, they ended up bringing up probably a 4th down and 1 by Alex.
7-yard gain. Twins to the left, Pistol, Gonzalez. Looking up the play clock, milking it, snaps it. Going to run right up the middle, hit the backfield at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be Jackson Graves sliding downhill. Right down the line of scrimmage, right on the hill line. He's going to lose 2. Bring up 2nd and 12 from the out 35. Time ticking 5:50. Mustangs need something here to go defensively. Need another big stand. Gonzalez in the gun pistol.
Alex really working this block down.
5:32 left to play. Going to run ISO right up. Going to bounce it outside. Hit the line of scrimmage. Mustang defense cleaning that one up. Initial contact, Jackson Graves. Also, Nick Woolerton on the play. Juan Carlos Del Rio. And Chris Gallardo as Nick Shipley checks out for the ballgame. Bryce Heffley comes in at nose guard. Five minutes left to play in this ballgame. Twins to the right. Pistol, Gonzalez in the gun. Into the man in motion, in the shift. Play action, boots to his right, throws across the middle. It's going to be caught. It's going to be a flag on the play. It might be rough in the passer.
Yep.
As Jackson Graves came in for the sack. Hard hit. They are going to call personal foul, rough in the passer against the All-Stater, as that will move the chains.
Graves carried through on that one, needed let up well after the ball was thrown. Penalty just really got to hurt the Mustangs. They end up getting them shut down for 4th down. We're back to 1st down, 1st and 10.
4 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in this ballgame, and after that personal foul, rough and pass will be moved the Owls into Mustang territory to the Mustang 48. Both in the middle of the field. Going to run a reverse pitch. Lots of window dressing, and going to be wrapped up for a loss. It's going to be Joaquin Ford. Going to be a 3-yard loss. Takes it back to the 50.
Hale Center right now is on their 8th play of this drive, and they've milked off over 3 minutes of the clock. Mustangs really need to get this shut down here pretty quick, so they'll have some time left to try to make a move to get this game tied back up.
Twins to the right and left, gun left. Mustangs in a 3-man front. Gonzalez takes a snap, going to run a fast screen out to the left. Going to be blown up by Jackson Allen, and the Mustangs pursue. Edwin Alvarez going to lose another 4 on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 16. As Jackson Allen at the corner goes up there and swallows that one up.
Yeah, good job of Allen just shucking his defender and getting in there and shutting it down and not letting anything positive happen.
That takes the Owls back to their own 48. Ball's placed at the left hash. 3:30 left to play in the ballgame. Bryce Hill checks in at defensive end for Kyler Moss. Twins to the left and right, gun right. And it looks like the Owls are going to take a timeout here with 3:16 left to play in the ballgame. They don't like what they see. And with 3:16 left to play, Hale Center Owls 8, you're the Mustangs 0. The Owls take a timeout. We'll take one with them. This is Mustang football, Nicholson Field.
Yeah, just one.
Can you see it? Can you see it too? Welcome back to homecoming here as the Mustangs holding the Hale Center Owls to a 3rd and 15 here with 3:16 left to play in the ballgame. They do trail 8-0 to the Hale Center Owls as the Owls come out of their timeout. Twins left and right gun run. Gonzalez checking the play at the line. Facing a 3-man front man in motion. Into Novak. Gonzalez takes a snap. Wants to throw, run quarterback draw right up the middle. He's going to run out of bounds as he's pursued by Abraham Segala. And going to stop the clock there is Carter Gonzalez.
Really odd of Gonzalez to not get down before he went out of bounds right there to stop the clock. Going to end up bringing up that 4th down. What appears to be 13 yards.
Yeah, definitely should have taken a slide there to keep the clock rolling in favor of the Owls. And he decides to jet out of bounds. He saw the 6'3" linebacker bearing down on him, and he decided to make a business decision and take that one out. To punt this one away is Alvarez. Be high spiraling kick, and it's going to take it out of bounds, and it's going to have to be the Owls get it at the 1. Outstanding punt there by the Owls as the Mustangs going to be pinned deep. Took a hard end-over-end bounce. Looked like it was going to go into
We got to go H-Bear or
the
something.
end zone, and the Owls get stopped.
Well, H-Bear.
Mustangs coming out of the end zone from the 1. 3:02 left to play in the ball game.
Yeah, really dangerous position right here for the Mustangs with the Owls continually bringing the pressure right up the middle. See what the Mustangs can do to try to create some space and get right off the goal line.
Mustangs and Twins to the right. Gun left. Newkirk takes a snap. Low snap. Going to be bobbled. Let's see. He's going to keep it up. Let's be Gallardo. He's going to fall forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Under 3 minutes to play.
Let's go, Green. Let's go.
Mustangs come out in tray formation. Jackson, Graves, tight end right. Going to run up the right side. Cut it back up is Gallardo. Going to gain maybe 2 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Third and 7 from the Mustang 4. Low snap going to go to Gallardo. Going to be tackled and wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and this is going to bring up 4th down. Mustang going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah.
As we're going to reach the 2-minute timeout. Mustangs have 2 timeouts left. The Owls 1, and the 2-minute timeout gives Mustangs a little bit of a breather. They're going to have to punt this one away, facing 4th and 6. And with the 2-minute timeout, we'll take more with them. It's Mustang football.
Lights out the field. Lights out the short.
Welcome back to Nicholson as the Mustangs face a 4th and 6 from their own 4-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash, trailing the Hale Center Owls by a score of 8-0. And after the 2-minute timeout, see what the Mustangs decide to do, if they're going to try to convert or punt this one away. And they're going to leave the offense on field. I'd anticipate maybe a hard count. Try to get the Owls to jump off sides. They know they're bringing pressure. Newkirk takes a snap, drops back in the pocket. steps up in the pocket, throws it to Bryce Hill. It's going to be underthrown a little bit. It's going to be just as good as a punt. Bryce Hill's going to make a tackle. And not a... it was an interception, not a real heads-up play there by Edwin Alvarez. If I'm being honest, you want to bat that one down.
Yeah.
Because it cost 34, he cost 28 yards, 29 yards there.
And solo snaps.
And had Bryce Hill open there, just ways down the field. Just a tick underthrown, and could have gone a 50-50 ball really there, Kyle. Got to throw it up, let something happen. Got to make something happen now. Creed put it in a great spot, 50-50 ball, went in favor of the Owls. And 150 left to play. Too bad. Gonzalez takes a snap, going to hand it off the right side. Hard hit by Diego Soto from the linebacker spot. Huge hit on Benny Ruiz. Aiden Shaver on the carry, the junior for the Owls. And the Mustangs will take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Mustang football brought to you by Ware Chevrolet, Market Square Supermarkets this season. Also Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Highlands Pharmacy, the Wheeler Vet Clinic, Capital Farm Credit, Marshall Auto, Lee's Refrigeration, the Studio Coffee Shop, Heffley Hardware, Feed and Appliance, Wellington State Bank's Wheeler Branch, the Wheeler Times, H&H Tire, and Cross Country Barn. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors this season. If you're watching on the telecast, able to get some scrolls for you at the bottom of the screen. Here in this timeout, 1:44 left to play in the ball game. Owls facing a 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Jason Huddleston blows in the play, starts the play clock after this timeout. Well, back to action as the Owls come in and trips much to the right. Pistol. Gonzalez takes a snap, going to run it up the middle, going to hit the seam, and going to truck forward for a first down. Mustangs looking for a strip. It's going to be Martin Cano on the ball carry.
No,
That's going to move the chain to be 1st and 10. 1:37 left to play. As soon as they set the chains, the clock will start. Mustangs the Owls at the Mustang 19-yard line. Each team both with a timeout each. Bunch formation, 2-back. Gonzalez going to wind this one down as far as he can. Takes a snap and he can kneel this one down. That's going to do it here at Nicholson on homecoming. The Mustangs going to fall for the first time tonight for the Hale Center Owls by a score of 8-0. And Coach Hoover takes a timeout. 1:01 left to play. As the Owls are at 2nd and 15.
With the way that this game's gone so far, I wouldn't rule out anything from happening. The ball has found its way onto the turf far too many times in this game.
Definitely can be a snap over the head. Bobble the snap. Somebody definitely could get a procedure penalty. Well, it still could happen. You're absolutely right. Let's see what the Owls decide to do here. If they go ahead and continue to kneel this one out. 1:01 left to play. And they will. That'll take up 3rd down. They'll only have to do it one more time. As the Mustangs fall for the first time here in a defensive battle here, Kyle. I know both offense coordinators not happy with either side of their offenses. Just really couldn't really get much going. The Owls just run spread, hit some stuff in space, but overall, other than the first play, the first score that they had, has been just defense all over the place and just turnover after turnover. So, not what everybody wanted to see there, and the Mustangs fall here tonight to the Hale Center Owls by a score of 8-0, as they've outscored their opponents' first two games 82-6. So it's a tough one to swallow there for the Mustangs.
Lots of different things that coaches are going to end up working on this next week. Discipline with the kids as far as ball security and things like that. But also on game plan for them as well. How to generate some offense whenever your defense you're going against is really just keying in on what your strong suit is.
Right.
And Hale Center did a good job of just bringing relentless pressure the whole time and just stuffing things up in the middle, whether it was on a run or pass plays. And the Mustangs just didn't have enough to counter tonight.
Right. And that's just something that, coaches are going to work on, practice. Rawls, travel down to Rawls next week. Showing those things in practice and closing up those gaps. They stunted every single play and just having a counter to make people pay for that stunt that much. Coach Hoover and Coach Lowrance probably dialing up some screens this week.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that to just have a counter for people who stunt that much. They went in on the hard count, got them to jump off into the neutral zone several times, got some free plays. So we got that in their pocket, but I look for them to adjust and, like you said, just carry that over into the weeks to come and have something to counter those things.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate to lose this game, but it gives a lot for the Mustangs to work on to start getting ready for district play after they have one more non-district game coming up next week. And
two more. Still got Fritz in there.
Two more.
Because Rawls and Fritz left the preseason, and then open, and then it'll be off the district.
Yeah, still a lot to look forward to. There's a lot to learn each and every week with what you do, and still got a lot of young players playing with this team, and a lot to look forward to.
Well, Kyle, thanks for joining us tonight. Always appreciate your help and your input, and it was a fun one. Lots of wild things to call, and so unfortunately the Mustangs fall tonight 8-0 on homecoming to the Hale Center Owls, and they takes their season to 2-1, and that takes the Owls season to 2-1 as well, as they're both in. The Owls are in Region 1 and the Mustangs in Region 2. Could meet up down the road again. You see this matchup on down the road. It'll be another fun one.
Sure will be. Thank you, Camden.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next week down at Rawls. This is Mustang Football, Nicholson Field.